Today's video is to make glass knives for anatomy that look like this. Come look. Fantastic. Okay, first thing is to get your glass strips. So these are 400 millimeter thick glass strips, so they're really well equipped for this instrument. So I'm going to read the directions that go along with this instrument, and I will display it visually. So number one is to make sure the glass is clean with detergent and rinse, dried with KimWipe or air dry. So these are fresh, brand new out of the package, so they don't need to be cleaned. But if they were dusty, definitely clean it with detergent, wipe it down with KimWipe, and let it air dry. All right, number two is turn braking lever to down position and set the score selector to show parallel lines. So number one is going to be braking lever to a down position. So this is our braking lever, and it can go up and it can go down. So we want it to be in the down position. And then the other piece of that is to set the scoring selector to show parallel lines. So if we go really close here, this is our score selector, and there's going to be multiple options, multiple dials here. So we don't want the diamonds at this point. At this point, we just want the parallel line. So it looks like that. Okay, so that's going to allow us to cut straight lines on a rectangle rather than making diagonal cuts on a square. Number three is to retract the rear glass holder and check to see that the scoring shaft is in the back position. So this is the rear glass holder, so it goes up and down. We want it to be in the back position. Number four, to break our 4 millimeter glass into approximately 2 equal pieces. So how we're going to do that is we're going to take the glass strip, the entire thing. We're going to glide it through this guide plate. So there's a strip here. There's a bit of like a tightening lever, if you will, and you want to pass through that all the way to the end until you're approximately halfway through the glass. Okay. So what I mean by halfway is that the position in which it will break will be about approximately halfway. All right, so we put our glass into the guide plate. Then our next thing we want to do is lower the clamping head. So this is the clamping head, so we physically are going to press it down so that it makes contact. So you want to make sure that it makes contact with the knife. Then we're going to use the clamping lever to tighten the clamp onto the knife. So now everything is tight in place. And then we're going to place the rear glass holder to be closer to the glass. All right, now that everything is tight in place, so step number 5 is to lower the clamping head like we said. And then number 6 is to pull the scoring shaft all the way out. So this is our scoring shaft. It's in the back position now, and now we want to score the glass. So we're going to go like this. And you hear that sound? That's scoring the glass. Number 7 is to pull the braking lever up slowly until the glass breaks. So this is our braking lever here. We're going to go slowly. And that's the sound of a breaking glass. All right. Step number 8 is to remove one of the glass strips and set it aside. So here we are pulling the glass strip out. We just cut the glass in half. All right. And then that's how you make your first strip. So you can do that multiple times to make different glass sizes. So if we want to make a square, let's do that together. Slide the glass into the first notch, lower the clamping head, lower the clamping lever, pull the score to score the glass, lift the braking lever, and that breaks the glass. Lift everything up, loosen up the clamping lever, take out the glass, and then now I have a square. The point of making this glass square is to make it into 2 different triangle knives. So we're gonna have to cut it through the diagonal here. So first of all, if this is the face, this is the surface that was honed and cut, I wanna flip it around. Okay, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is going to be fixing our instrument, okay? So now I'm gonna fix my instrument following the instructions here. So we're gonna turn the damping lever to the right. So this is our damping lever. It can go left, it can go right. So we're gonna put it to the right. Step number 2 is to handle glass squares by the edges A and B only. So what that means is here's our glass square. I'm gonna put it in a position like this. So this is gonna be A and B, which means that C and D on these sides. So I'm gonna handle the glass on A and B only. All right, with the scored edge down, like we said before, the scored edge is on the underside now. We're gonna place the square in position with the corners C and D in line with the scoring shaft. Okay, let's do that together. So I'm gonna handle A and B, leaving C and D untouched. And then, how is the best way to do it? Yes. I'm putting C and D on either side of those clamps. Okay, so I'm not going to tighten anything yet. So now the next item is number 4, advance the rear glass holder to clamp the square in place. So this is our rear glass holder, and our point is we want to use it to clamp our glass in place. Great. Number 5, have the score selector to the diamond shape setting and make sure that the scoring shaft is in the back position. Okay, so the scoring shaft is in the back position. That's correct. Our score selector is in a diamond. This one is going to be a diamond with the cut in the center. There are different kind of diamond settings. There's a diamond with the cut throughout from C to D across the full diagonal, and then there's one that's just on one of those edges. So we're going to start by using the one with the cut in the very center. So that's where the score is going to happen. So we've already selected our score to be the diamond with the cut in the center, and we've moved our score shaft to the back, made sure the score shaft is in the back. We have ensured that our braking lever is in the down position, okay? And now we want to do what we did before, which is we lower our clamping head and lower our lever to tighten it. So we're going to lower our clamping head manually like this so that the clamp touches the glass. So it's in physical contact with the glass. And now we're going to use the clamping lever to tighten it. Number 7 is to pull the scoring shaft all the way out. So here's my scoring shaft. I'm going to, all right, so it scored the glass. Number 8, turn the damping lever slowly to the left. So what that means is this dial right here, slowly to the left. Number 9 is to turn the braking lever slowly up. And that should cut it into 2 triangles. I'm going to lift my clamping lever up, lift the whole clamp head up, and I'm going to remove my knives. Actually, you can push the rear glass holder back, remove your knives. And then we have our sharp glass knives. So this one is quite good. Can you see it? Yep. All right, we passed class.